bit of an experiment that I'm working with here. Okay, all right. So just for the recording, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. This morning we're going to be using, this is not a Theraband, this is just a band that I have in the gym. I forgot to bring my actual Theraband with me. But for today's class, you could use a Theraband, you could use a dog lead, you could use a belt, anything that you can hold on to that gives you some kind of purchase with your hands. We're going to start on our back. Okay, yay. um, and today's class is going to be a little bit more of a gentle class, focusing on kind of assisted mobility with the Theraband or with your dog lead, whatever you have. And you can find it on the Resistance is Futile series on the platform if you're looking for it later on. So 45-minute Pilates with props. Resistance is futile. Okay. But here we are lying on our back with our feet flat on the ground, knees up towards the sky. Okay. And I've got my band in my hands. From here, it might feel a little bit deep, so take it real gently. You're going to take your band over the top of your right foot and just let your right leg reach up or right foot reach up towards the sky. Initially, it is quite nice to keep the left knee bent, especially if you do have trouble with your lower back. Sometimes having the left leg extended can be a bit too much too soon. Let's reach that right foot up, soften into your shoulders. Gently tuck your chin towards your throat. And just take a moment to notice your lower back positioning. Ideally, we'd be aiming for somewhere near a neutral spine. Notice if you're leaning your weight heavily into the right side of your body or the left side of your body, and see if you can kind of gently sway yourself into your midline, where your spine would be that line that kind of cuts you down the middle. Take a look at your foot. And then start to flex and point into the foot. So we're going to flex and reach our heel towards the sky, bringing your toes back towards your shin, and then point your toes, stretching the front of the foot. Flex, reach your heel up towards the sky, bring your toes back towards your shin, and then point into your foot. Really reach, nice. So it's a ballerina point, and then a flex. That's it, exactly, nice. And a point and a flex. With the flex, you might notice tension increasing through the back of the leg. That's a neural tension. So just listen to that. Don't take it too deep. Go for 4. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. 3. Nice. 2. Good, exactly. And 1. Ideally, end in a flexed position, bringing your toes back towards your shin. And imagine now that your heel was drawing a circle on the sky. So we're going to draw a circle on the ceiling. Good. Exactly. So I said heel, and Jules, you understood me perfectly, but I actually should have said hip. So it's coming from the hip. The heel has been dipped in paint, and we're drawing a circle on the sky. Yes. Nice. Keep on going here. We want to think about the top of the circle when we bring that leg up. Try and get that a little bit deeper each time. So each time you reach the top of your circle, see if you can get a little bit higher with the heel. If you're feeling quite happy with this situation right now, maybe you can slowly slide your left leg out long on the ground in front of you and continue moving. And you'll notice maybe a little bit more. Good. Let's increase the size of our circle here now, taking your leg over and across, up, out and around. Good. Balancing an imaginary glass of champagne on your left hip. So the left hip is not going to be rocking and rolling to the left and to the right. Go for 4. Nice. So, of course, here we're working through the ball and socket joints of our hip. A really, really, really strong joint. 2, and 1. Amazing. Reach your right leg up towards the sky. You're welcome to take both ends of the band into your left hand, but sometimes people like to keep it in both hands. You're going to keep your right bum cheek on the ground and slowly let that right leg travel towards the left. Yes. Yeah, you guys are, I'm just like spoiled by you because you know exactly what I mean. The right bum cheek stays down. So if you're watching this in future and you're not feeling anything in your right hip at all, it's probably because you let your right butt cheek lift. Flex into that right foot and point again. So we're coming back to the ballerina point and the flex. Good. Flex and point. And as you flex into your foot, imagine reaching your right bum cheek back into the floor. As the right heel reaches forward, reach your right butt cheek back into the ground. Okay. Thinking about 2 long lines of opposition. Nice. 3. Good. You might get a little bit of a tingly, rush of bloody kind of sensation into the foot. And 1. Try and end in a flexed position in the right foot. Reach your tailbone back into the floor and see if now again you can start to do those little hip circles. So you're drawing that little imaginary circle over towards the left. Good. Nice. If you're not feeling all that much in terms of stretch, see if you can take your hands, pull the band up towards you. So that leg is going to kind of almost angle even more towards your left ear. Yes. Nice. 5. Good. 4. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Let's just reverse it just for just maybe like 5 little reps of reversal just to feel that opposite direction. Just so you know what it feels like. 2 and 1. Nice. Slowly bring your leg back to center. Reach your heel up towards the sky. Get rid of the band from underneath your foot, but reach your hands behind your right leg, interlocking it behind your thigh. Nice. Interlocking them behind your thigh. Now bend into your right knee. Bring that right knee super close in towards your chest. Yes. And really pull it in. Take an inhale. As you exhale, reach your right heel up towards the sky, trying to straighten out through the back of the right knee. But keep your right knee as close in towards your body as you can. Yes, nice, Jules. Inhale, bend into the knee. Exhale, kind of like you're wanting to hook your heel up onto the sky. Yes. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Good. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Nice. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Last 2. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Last time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Beautiful. Now keep that right leg reaching up. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot on the ground and just hook your right ankle over your left knee. So just a kind of standard figure 4 position. And then we're going to go into a standard figure 4 stretch. So hook your hands behind your left thigh. Nice. Twerk your tailbone back into the floor behind you. That looks great. Okay, now in this little in this little figure 4, I want you to gently sway your body from side to side. Yeah. And what you might notice is that as you sway to the left, you feel a little bit more pull on your right glute. So it's one way of taking this stretch a little bit deeper is to simply lean into your left side. If you want more, bring yourself to stillness and then hook your hands at the front of your left shin. Nice. Love it. Good. Take a moment to breathe and soften your shoulders. Reach your tailbone back into the floor. And again, if you do want more, lean into your left side. Just enough that your right bum cheek lifts off of the floor, a smattering. Nice. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Nice. And then bring yourself back to center. Left foot comes down. Keep that right ankle hooked over the left knee. Bring your arms to cactus arms. And then let's slowly twist our lower body over to the left hand side until your right foot can go flat onto the floor. Nice. So just this gentle rotation here. Listen to your body and do whatever you want now with the right leg. So sometimes you just want to take that left hand and push that right knee down to deepen the rotation, but that's totally up to you. What you could also do here is once you're nice and deep in your rotation, you could straighten out the right leg and actually reach and hold on to your right foot with your left hand. So I'll show you here, straightening out the leg, and then let that leg slowly travel down towards the floor so you've fully straightened. Yeah, nice. Yes, Jill, you got it. But then think about drawing your navel in towards your spine, lengthening into your lower back, and then maybe look over your right shoulder. Take 2 big, deep belly breaths here with me. Relaxing your face and your jaw. Nice. Slowly coming out of your rotation. Right foot comes down to the ground. And then you're going to start all the way back at the beginning with the left leg. So grabbing a hold of your Theraband or whatever device you're using. And just pop it over the top of that left foot. Nice. You're probably warm enough to keep the right leg long from the get-go, but if you want, I'm going to keep my right knee bent just for now. Relatively neutral into your lower back, and just notice your weight distribution. Subtlety is kind of everything with Pilates, I find. Tuck your chin towards your throat and lengthen into the back of your neck. And then let's start to point and flex into the left foot. So really, really point like a ballerina and then really, really flex. And then really, really point. And then really, really flex. Nice, beautiful feet. Yes. Going for 5. So you might think like, oh goodness, what is this even good for? Very honestly, this is mostly for your nerves. So the neurological structures running down the back of the leg. You may be getting a little bit of a calf stretch, but not much. Okay, end in a flexed position, reaching your left heel up towards the sky. Keep your right knee really steady as you start to draw a circle with the left leg. So the circle's coming from the hip, but we're flexing into the left foot. Nice. Good job. Keep the right booty cheek grounded down. And we're thinking about really aiming the heel high up for the top of that stretch. Good. Last 2. Nice. And 1, let's just reverse it. Good. Maybe making it a little bigger. 2. Good. And 1. Nice. If it's feeling okay, slide that right leg down so your right leg is completely extended. Reach the left heel up towards the sky again. And then I just want you to do maybe 5 more circles here with that straight right leg. Just feeling it out. Doesn't really matter the direction. You can pick any direction that works for you. Cool. Keep the flex in the left foot. 2, keep your right butt cheek grounded. So try not to sink into that left side. Good. Well done. Reach that left heel up towards the sky. Keep the flex in your foot and then slowly take your left leg over and across your body to the right. Nice. Now, straight away, I mean, some of you will feel a deep stretch along the outer hip, maybe into the calf, maybe into the hamstring, depends on you. But see if maybe, if you're not feeling enough of a stretch, you can pull your leg up a little bit higher. So Jules, try and get your left glute to stay on the ground. So you're not actually rotating your whole body. Yeah, exactly. So it's just the leg coming over and across, and then the heel reaching forward. And then keep your leg along that diagonal to the right. Start to draw a circle with your hip again. Yes, good. So we want to think about the left hip reaching into the earth while the left heel reaches forward and away. A line of opposition, opposite forces. Okay, let's reverse our direction of our circle. Reach that heel forward and away from you. Flex into your foot if you can, so toes reach back towards your shin. Heel reaches forward. Yes. 3. Good. 2. 1. Keep your leg along that diagonal. I almost forgot. Point and flex. So point in through the toes and flex. Point into the toes and flex. Reach your left butt cheek into the floor. Point and flex. Good. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Bring your leg back up to the sky. Remove your band or whatever you're using. Pop it down. Grab a hold of the back of that left leg and hug it in super close. Generally, when you hug the knee into the chest, you want to let the knee kind of glide over towards the armpit side rather than towards, I guess, yeah, just say nipple side, because your hip is slightly angled out laterally. Okay, take an inhale. As you exhale, let's slowly reach the heel towards the sky and then bend into the knee. Exhale as you straighten out through the back of the leg, feeling a deep stretch high up almost into your sit bone area. Inhale, bend. So we're stretching out the upper fibers of our hamstrings. Good. Try and keep a flexed, active foot if you can. Nice. Keep going. Go for 4 and down. Good. And 3. Beautiful. And down, softening through the neck and shoulders. 2. Nice. And down. And last time, reach. Good. And slowly release. Bend into your right knee. Right foot comes to the ground. Hook your left ankle over that right side. Good. Let your left knee open to the left. And then reach back behind your right hammy, interlocking those fingers. You're probably a little bit sick and tired of keeping your left foot active, but ideally you would still be flexing into the left foot or doing circles with the ankles, whatever. Just do something with the feet. Maybe start to sway your body gently from side to side, just noticing maybe any differences you might feel on this side compared to the other. And think about the activities in your life that might, kind of result in one side being a little bit tighter than the other. If you want a little bit more, or quite a lot more actually, interlock your hands at the front of that right shin and then try and get your head back to the floor. reaching your tailbone back into the floor. And again, maybe leaning into the left side if you want to. It's really just explorative, as long as you can breathe. Let's take 5 breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Really never get sick of this stretch. It's so good. And then let's let the right foot float to the ground. You can take cactus arms or airplane arms, whatever feels nice. And then let this whole complex of the legs rotate over to your right hand side. Some people like to stay in this position with the left foot flat on the ground, but I mean, really, it's totally up to you. You can press that left thigh down with the right hand. As you come into this rotation, just be mindful of your rib cage flaring to the sky. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, imagine your rib cage melting into the floor behind you. So with that, you're going to get length into your lower back, and you might find even more of a stretch into the hip. If you want to go for the straight leg version, you can extend out through the left leg and reach and grab a hold of that left foot with your right hand, with absolutely no pressure to do that. And then maybe gaze over your left shoulder. Let's take 2 breaths here, softening into areas of tension, maybe in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Where are we holding and gripping into? Try and relax. Very nice. Slowly bring yourself out of it, rotating back all the way onto your back. And then just hug both knees into your chest. Take a little rocklet from side to side. And then if it's available to you, come into a double leg happy baby. So you're going to take the outside, the pinky toe sides of the feet. You're plugging you're plugging it into the system. So what I mean by that is squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. So plugging them into your system. Think about maybe pushing your feet into your hands and pulling your feet back with those hands. It's a kind of a bit of a tug of war between the feet and the hands, reaching your tailbone back into the floor. And finding a deep belly breath. You almost want to feel your tummy expand on your inner thighs as you breathe. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Feel the length into your lower back. Nice. Great job. And then slowly release your feet down. Let's roll up into a seated position. And then we're going to change it and coming onto all fours. So, with or without the Theraband, it can be a bit awkward with the band, but see how you get on. I'm going to take this band and I'm going to wrap it behind my shoulders. Okay. So I know mine looks really different to yours, but all you got to do with your Theraband is keep the band underneath your hands. Okay. And actually hold onto it with your hands. So the band is simply giving us feedback about our movement now. The hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to come into a cat-cow. So in your cat, you're going to round into your spine, push that Theraband up towards the sky, fill up that space between the shoulder blades. And then imagine the Theraband pushing your shoulder blades and your heart forward and through your collarbones as you arch into your spine. Nice. And then exhale, round into the spine. Good. Lower back tends to not really come to the party here. So really round into the lower back as well. Draw your navel in and up. Keep your navel drawing in and up as you reach your heart forward. length from pubic bone to sternum, pulling the heels of the hands back towards the knees on that camel, and then exhale round into the spine. Let's go at your own pace now for 5 more. Where the band is cutting you, think about moving and really mobilizing into that area. It tends to be quite stiff. Beautiful, Claire. Very nice. Nice, Jules. Right, and then when you've done your last one, find a neutral into the spine. Once you're neutral, imagine that kind of line of opposition, length through the crown of your head and length through the tailbone. Draw your navel in and up. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to take your right arm and you're going to open it up towards the sky into rotation. So your band is going to go slack, most likely. Inhale here. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale. Watch that the hips don't poke over to the right. Keep your right hip above your right knee. And then slowly take your right hand back down. Left arm up. Reach. As long as you're breathing with the movement, it doesn't really matter if you're inhaling or exhaling on the way up or down, but inhale and exhale as you move. You'll probably feel what feels right for you. Oftentimes, an inhale on the way up can feel quite nice, and an exhale on the way down. It's totally fine to do the opposite as well. Keep moving, watching that the hips don't rotate. Good. And down. Last 4. Nice. Good. And 3. Keep pushing the ground away through your stabilizing arm. 2. And last time. Open. Nice. And close. Great job. Tuck your toes under. I'm going to come into a downward facing dog. You can actually let go of your band. So your band's probably going to thwart you with this, but let go of your band for a moment and just come into a downward facing dog. Nice. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Nice. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands and roll yourself up into standing. Okay, I'm going to have to stand way further away now so that you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm not too small on your screen. All right, let's inhale, reach our arms up towards the sky. So I'm holding onto the band, reaching my arms up. Nice. Root down through your feet. Get a strong, stable base of support. And then I want you to just close your rib cage to pelvis connection. So soften into your knees, squeeze your bum, press your pubic bone forward, and lengthen into your lower back. And no arching into the spine here. And then we're going to slowly side bend over towards our left hand side, reaching the right arm up, pulling down through the band with the left arm. Good. Beautiful. And then slowly bring yourself up. Inhale, reach, find length through the sides of the body. Nice. And then exhale, side bend, other side. Reach that left arm up, 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 up. Left arm punches through the ceiling, right arm pulls down. Good. Now, how is your weight distributed into your feet right now? Could you equalize it? Yes. Good. And then bring it back. Up, length through the side body. Inhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, right arm punches up. Think about somebody, literally, you're hanging from a cliff edge from that right arm. And then left arm down. Pause. Tuck your chin to your throat. Magnetize the back of your skull to the wall behind you. Feel the weight distribution in your feet. Try and equalize it. Good, Claire. Just watch the hips are reaching over to the right a little much there. Equalize the hips if you can. Yes, nice. And then inhale, reach up. One more each side. And exhale. Reach, reach, up, 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 and then down. Equalize the weight in the feet. Good. Inhale up. Good. And then let the arms float down. Good. Shake out your shoulders. Beautiful. Now, you've all done this last bit with me before. We're going to come into like an around the world movement. So I'm going to reach my arms up towards the sky. I'm going to do the exact same thing that we've just done, but then I'm going to it's kind of like I'm going over a beach ball. So I'm coming into flexion. I'm going to hang down like a rag doll for a moment, and then I'm going to come around the world and then up. If you feel like you need to bend into the knees and have a wider base of support, that's fine. Okay. Let's reach our arms up to the sky, soft bend into the knees, pull your tummy in, squeeze your bum. Reach your right arm up, pull the left arm down. Find that length. Inhale here, and then slowly let that right arm travel down. Go over as if you're draping yourself over a beach ball. Pull your tummy in, let your arms hang, and then slowly come around the other way. So left arm's going to start pulling up, 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 up. Nice. Right arm lifts. Yes. Reach both arms up. We're going to go the other way. So right arm pulls down, left arm reaches up, 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 up. Equalize in your feet. And then slowly let that top arm come down. Drape yourself over a beach ball. Pull your tummy in. So imagine you were kind of, I don't know, trying to pick a rose over your neighbor's white picket fence. And then slowly bring yourself up. And then lift. Good. Go for 2 more each side. Make it your own. You can close your eyes. As you drape yourself over your beach ball, pull your belly in and think about your lower back rounding. Nice. That looks really great, guys. I went onto Instagram Live this morning. It was this Mental Health Awareness Week. And I was trying to make the focus today about not being a perfectionist about your movement. It was very difficult for me. But with this kind of movement here, again, there's no right or wrong, really. So don't worry about being perfect. Just listen to your body. Okay, 1 more each side if you can. And nice. Beautiful. And then release your hands down. Great job. Okay, so I'm going to come a little closer again, and we're going to come down onto our knees, and we're going to extend right leg out long. Yes. Okay, cool. Same kind of movement here. So it's going to be side bending with and I'm going to add in a rotational movement as well. The challenge here is to try not to tense into your shoulders. So how can we move into our body and how can we keep our elbows slightly bent to reduce tension in the upper traps? Okay, so see, how can you move without tensing into the shoulders? All right, let's reach our arms up. I know my hands are out the screen, but all I'm doing is this and then reaching up like that. And then watch that you're not arching through the lower back. Press the hips forward, squeeze into the left glute. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly side bend over towards the long leg. Nice. You might feel a really deep stretch into the hips. Top arm, reach up, 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 up. Bottom arm pulls down. Squeeze the shoulder blades down. Nice. If your neck is tensing, you can look at the ground as well. That's totally fine. Good. Push your left shin through the floor. Squeeze your left glutes a little more. Inhale down into that left hip and then bring yourself back up. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go again. Same thing, down. And then we're going to see if we can let that top arm reach up and over. So we're reaching towards the foot, draping over that beach ball. and then skim both arms forward, out to the side, and then abs, 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 bring you up. Okay, do you feel that intensity on the way up? Good. Soften through the shoulders, squeeze your bum, lengthen through the side body, and then up and over towards the long leg. Think relaxing or squeezing shoulder blades back and down. Push your left shin through the floor. Drape yourself up and over that beach ball. Keep your left arm, super, super long. Reach that left arm super long forward. Good, good, good. And then slowly, both hands skim out in front of you. So you're reaching forward, 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 forward. Good. Right arm then is going to go out along that diagonal. Long line from right arm to right foot. And then bring yourself up. Okay, let's keep it going nice and fluidly now. Let's try for about 5. Side bend. Reach. Rotate. Come down. Around. Push through the floor, through the shin. And up. And 4. Side bend. Inhale and exhale, guys. Reach. You might even, well, for me, as soon as I come over that diagonal into that kind of drapey beach ball moment, I feel it in left side lower back. Don't know if you guys also get that. Last 2. Nice. That looks great. And 1. Side bend. Reach up and over. Skim the ground. Right arm reaches out along that diagonal and then lift. Beautiful, guys. Now take the band and both hands down to the ground. Just let go of the band for a moment. Okay. And then walk both of your hands towards that long leg. Good. Pull your left hip back towards the wall behind you. Nice. Yes. Breathe. Relax your head. Well done. Walk both hands back to center. Actively take your right leg back. And let's switch your Rooney out to the side. Nice. All right. Almost there. Okay. So, if anything, I hope you feel like you can breathe a bit better after all this. All righty. So, both arms up. And again, just watching the through the tummy. Close the ribcage to pelvis connection. And we're going to come up and over towards the long leg. Pause for a beat. Just think, okay, can I squeeze my right glute a little more? Can I reach my right arm up a little more? Can I squeeze my left shoulder blade down? Take a big inhale into that right side. Push your right knee down into the floor. Squeeze your right glute. Good. And then bring it up. Okay, so next time, we're going to make it a little bit more dynamic. We're going to go all the way around really slowly. Okay, so first time, we're going to come up and over. And then it's this top arm reaching. Imagine like a, I don't know, cricket player. I've been working with a cricket player, so I'm using lots of cricket analogies at the moment. Coming down, skimming the ground. Left arm is going to reach. Get that line, your mermaid line. And then use your core to come up. Nice. Great job. Up and over, side bend. Try and get a little bit more space for your neck. So squeeze the shoulders down. Good. And then up and over. Right arm reaches, feeling the stretch of the tissues in the back body. Coming down. Left arm's going to reach along that diagonal. Core, 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 core to bring you up. 5 more. Inhale. Up and over. Exhale down into intensity. Really beautiful. Let it flow now. 3. Good. 2. Amazing, everybody. And last time, we're not going to come all the way up, but you're just going to keep those hands down so you can let go of the band. Well done. Both hands down. Cool. And then exactly, you got it, Jill. Walking both hands over towards the long leg. In this moment, you want to think about as much space as possible from your right shoulder to your right hip. So right booty cheek reaches back. Left shoulder reaches forward. You could think about pushing the ground away. Opposites. You push the ground away with your left hand, and we're thinking right shoulder and right hip max distance. Relax your head. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking both hands back to center. And then just scooch our left leg back in. Before we part ways today, let's just take one little downward facing dog. Just 5 breaths in down dog. Tucking our toes under. Lift your hips up and back. I love down dog. It's such an amazing position, but it's also considered an inversion. You're letting that blood flow to your head. It's really nice to kind of wake up if you're feeling a little bit sluggish still. Getting the blood to the head, pedaling out through the heels. Finding a little moment here just to center yourself and ground yourself. Relax your cheeks and your jaw. Let's take 2 more breaths. Well done. And then lower your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, find a brief shell stretch, bum back to your heels. You're welcome to reach your hands back to your feet. That's my personal favorite, but if you want to keep those hands long, that's also great. We're just going to take a few breaths here in our shell. And I would really encourage you to try and soften your muscles in your face and just experience the expansion of your inhale breath, noticing where you're expanding in your body. And as you notice yourself, perhaps you could allow a sense, maybe a tiny sense of gratitude for anything that pops into your head that you could be grateful for today. Anything at all. Including yourself. Let's take one more breath. And then slowly bring yourself back up. And my dear people, it is 7:48 in Ireland, 8:48 in Amsterdam in South Africa. Thank you so much for waking up and being here this morning. Really, really appreciate it. Super gentle today, so I hope it's not too gentle. That's 100%.